Hey friends, welcome to my channel and the very first episode of a series all about 2025. I am so big about focusing on your goals and really making sure you create habits that will ultimately affect your entire life. And for me, 2025, I want to be the biggest year yet. So if nobody watches this, if the world watches it, this is just me being able to document it as I go. Really all about being the CEO of our own dreams and making that Pinterest board that I am on every single day really come to life. Excited to go into next year because I feel like I've learned a lot and I'm about to start so many amazing things that are coming into fruition. One, I'm getting married in May, and I'm super excited for that. Two, I'm starting my dream job that I've always wanted to right at the start of the year. And I'm also getting my master's degree and living my life and really trying to make sure that I do all of the goals that will make me a better person and make me the best person that I possibly can to me. I'm going to be going through every single section that I know has helped me and hopefully will help you manifest your dreams next year. So let's do this together. Let's realign, let's reset, and let's create a 2025 that'll be magical and amazing and really fulfilling all of the goals that we've always wanted to accomplish. Okay, so the first thing that I focused on were different life areas when it came to 2025. Basically what I did was I went through my appearance, what I wear, my fitness routine, how I feel my body, how I spend my time, where I live, my work-life balance, money and finances, relationship and social life, and learning and growth. And I went through every single thing and I talked about exactly what I wanted it to look like. Appearance and self-care, I talked about how I maybe want to put my hair next year. And for skincare, I said that I want to keep it simple, but I also really want to work on my dark spots and my acne, especially getting closer and closer to the wedding. And then makeup wise, I really want to focus on high quality, or at least finding exactly what I like, and not just buying just to buy, or not doing it in general. I feel like a lot of self-care to me is when I feel good and look good. And then brows, nails, and just grooming in general, I really need to focus on getting my nails done more often, and also paying attention to the fact that every single month I go and get my brows dyed and I make sure that they're the same color of my chestnut hair. And then what I smell like, so I need to go get the perfume that I have been using. I use Alien, and have been for like 9 years, I think. I really feel happy and healthy and confident, and for me, especially because I'm going to be going into the office more often, I really want to feel like I'm putting myself together. Things like what I avoid, so not paying attention to self-care, not spending any time on my appearance. I was working from home for a really long time, so I kind of got away with it, but I hate the way I feel and I hate the way I look when I'm not paying attention to those things. So it just makes me feel 10 times better on the inside if I feel a little bit better on the outside, which it's not all about appearances, but for me, I just feel like, oh, okay, I can go on with my day because I'm really taking care of myself. I'm obviously going into the office again, so I really want to focus on getting a capsule wardrobe that I can go and see clients with and be in the office with and make sure that I always feel good, but it's a quick outfit. I love shopping at Aritzia and honestly thrifting and really focusing on high quality, or at least going to shops that I know they've been lightly worn, so that way I'm doing the best for our environment as well. I also want to be able to look better when I run my errands. Sometimes I get lazy and I wear sweatpants, and sometimes I look really put together, but either way, I just want to feel like my best self, and whether that's a set or at least making myself feel better, I will do that. I also want to avoid buying because of trends. I feel like sometimes I can do it, everybody can do it, but for me, I really want to focus on not doing that. Fitness routine, like I said, I am getting married next year, and so for me, I'm really focused on making myself feel better on the inside as well. And so I start every day with a quick stretch and a quick meditation before my workout. And the workouts that I do on Mondays, I do HIIT and I do legs, and then Tuesday, Thursday, I do Pilates, Wednesday, I do vinyasa, and then Friday, I do HIIT and then upper body and arms. I also have been trying to focus on getting at least 10,000 steps in. I do have a walking pad, so it makes it a little bit easier. And in my new office, I have standing desk, so I'm probably just gonna bring it with me so I can focus on that as well. So the thing that I want to be avoiding next year is being too hard on myself. Obviously, we all want to look our best, like our best selves, but to understand that you're beautiful just the way you are, and to know that if you skip a workout, it's not going to make much of a difference as long as you stay on track in general and don't give up on yourself. Everybody's been talking about it right now. I don't know if it's just on my TikTok feed, but I feel like it's on everybody's, doing the animal-based diet. And so although it's not going to be perfect, I definitely want to focus on high protein. Greens weren't really mentioned in animal diet, but I really want to focus on making sure I'm getting my greens in, fruits, veggies, just paying attention to foods that come from the earth, and that way I can eat clean and make myself feel better and hopefully get rid of some of the acne that I have been working through lately. As far as like lunch and dinner, my fiance is the one that cooks, so I typically help him, but we're both on this kick right now where we want to try and do a little bit more of a healthier lifestyle. So although I don't really eat that bad, I think I want to eat even healthier just up until the wedding. And so for me, I'm actually going to be doing the 75 hard challenge as well, and I'm doing it a little bit unique to where I'm cutting out dairy, sugar, and doing an alcohol cleanse completely for the next 3 months after the holidays. The thing that I want to talk about is how I spend my time. The things that I want to focus on is having mindful mornings. I was really on a good kick this past year, getting up at 5 a.m. and then as soon as summer came and into fall, it got harder and harder to want to wake up early, but I love my early mornings. And so I want to get really focused on waking up at 5 and from 5 to 5:30, getting in my journaling time, taking it slow so that way I am not bumping my cortisol too high too quick, and just focusing in on me. I also want to focus in on other things like going to more coffee dates, doing more evening like reading, and focusing on just taking a break when I can. Sometimes I, just like everybody else, watch TV when I want to wind down, and I feel like it's just a really bad habit. So I really want to focus on reading. I don't have any of my social media on my phone, and I actually can't access any social media except for my iPad after 8 o'clock. I have a lock on it, and it's called X Locker. If you want to look it up, it's about $10 a year, but my fiance actually, I made him do the password so that way I'm not constantly on my social media, and it's saved my life. I think it's the best thing I've ever done because I'm never really on it unless it's from 8 to 9 or right before I go to bed. Other things I love doing is ongoing learning, and so for me, I really want to make sure I still focus on that next year, and obviously I'm getting my master's degree, so that is a lot of learning in itself, but that is something I want to continuously do, and making sure that I'm listening to specific podcasts that bring me positive vibes and help me grow, and not really focusing just on the things that might be fun, but also on the things that are really about personal development. And then lastly, we're obviously going to be traveling for our honeymoon next year, and so being able to go on that adventure for the first time. We got engaged in Michigan, so I'm hoping we can go back this summer and have a little bit of time to ourselves. So I visualized and wrote it down exactly where I want my home and my environment to be. I'm also hoping that we're able to buy a house next year, and so that is a big, big goal. Hopefully we're able to achieve it. It's obviously been a rough market, but manifesting that we find the perfect house. And what I want it to look like, I want it to be super bright with lots of windows and also still very cozy and us. I want to be able to thrift a lot of items because I feel like those have the best character and just make you feel like you are in a Nancy Meyers movie, honestly. And it just feels more cozy and like yours. I also want to focus on having a clutter-free environment. I feel like that is so important and something I can be really, really bad at. I tend to, when I get overwhelmed, just start to let go of things, and that's the first thing that you start to notice about me, is that when I'm stressed, cleaning stops. And so I really want to make sure that doesn't happen. I think it's going to help going into the office just because my office at home gets pretty messy. And I think being in a separate environment will help things stay clean at home, and I can always keep my office clean, especially because I only have office stuff there. So it should make it a little bit easier as far as before work and after work, and it's always been much easier when I had work life, was being able to be in an environment where I'm in an office with lots of windows and flexibility and working for people that really inspire me and make me a better person. And so I'm very excited to see what that looks like going into next year. I also feel valued and supported, and I know that what I'm doing every single day is making a difference, and that's something I have always wanted since the beginning of my career and have never completely felt aligned. I also want to be able to only have 1 to 2 classes left for my master's degree. I'm about halfway through right now, so I have about 6 more classes to go. I am hoping that I can get at least 6 classes done. I'm also hoping that I can gain 2 more certifications. I can do that through my master's degree and online through LinkedIn Learning, because where I'm getting my degree actually offers free LinkedIn Learning, which is really great, and it's very helpful to what I'm doing every single day, consulting and being able to be the best version of myself, so that way I can help other people as well. Money and finances. Wow, this is a big one, and I feel like I always set goals for this and I'm so bad about it, and a big reason why I'm doing this today, so that way I can stay on track, and I am doing this on purpose, so that way I am paying myself and into the future, and everything makes a lot more sense. So my goal next year is to really budget out 25% going into mortgage or rent, 25% to other bills, and then the remaining 30% for wants, and 20% for savings. Something that I focused on this year is creating boundaries, and especially in the last couple of months, I feel like I've been really good at that, but I especially want to be good at that going into next year. I also really want to show up for other people that I truly, truly care about and care about me. I want to be better and be present with the people that I care about and spend more time with the people that I love. Start a book club next year too. Who knows if I'm gonna have the time, but maybe by next fall. I think it'd be great to do a cozy fall book club if I have the opportunity. Love being able to spend time with friends and host, and so I hope I'm able to do that again next year. Learning and growth, I wanted to keep that completely separate just because it's so important to me. I want to read one nonfiction book a month and potentially 2 fiction. I'm not really going to put a goal on that, but for sure 1 fiction book a month just because it's important to learn. I'm going to be doing it through Audible and Libby, and I do much better when I'm listening anyways, and then going back and taking notes, and I really enjoy that. So I feel like I can do that working out or walking or listening in the car, and makes it really easy to be able to learn throughout the day. So as you can see, this is my vision board that I created. Lots of different areas. I tried to separate it out by different parts of my life, whether it be my wardrobe or the house that I'm looking for, hopefully finding the most perfect house, and just quotes that I really love and being self-confident. And one of the things we're doing for my bachelorette is going to the beach, so I wanted to put that on there and just really living my best life. Really help with those things. I created a CEO of my day just to focus on morning, starting off just knowing that I'm going to be waking up at 5 a.m. That's a big goal for me. Morning on her success checklist, getting some of my coursework done, wedding planning, just paying attention to that, and then making sure I'm posting and getting my daily set goal. Did a weekly review template as well, where I'm paying attention to making sure that I've completed the things that I said that I was going to complete. Dedicating a fun day to my life, reading, reviewing my progress and my journal progression, planning my meals, grocery days, so that way I'm staying ahead on being healthy. Paying attention monthly as well. Reflection questions that I have, like what are you proud of yourself for? What could you have done better at? Any challenges that you had, any growth that you saw, and paying attention, are your values still matching up to exactly what you're doing every single day? Because I think understanding your values is super important as well. Something that you can also do, and something that I did, was doing just a glow up audit. And I did this after I did my manifestation, but it really goes into every life area and shows, okay, this is where you're at, this is where I'd like to be, I would give myself a rating of this, and then showing like, okay, this is how I would describe it, whether it be in my career feeling happy, in my friendships feeling grateful, for my finances I feel really unaware, and that's something that I want to feel better about. Then at the bottom, I also went through my values, what are important to me. So for me, it's learning and meaningful work and inner harmony, authenticity, love. Make sure that I am surrounded by that, even with my manifestation board and my daily habits. All of those things match up exactly the same. And it's very important that you make sure you do that. Because sometimes it's the reason that it's not working is because it doesn't fit your values and it's not important to you. For hanging out with me today, if you did. I hope you're feeling inspired as I am, and you're excited to take those first steps and making sure that they really happen going into next year. You can really make your dream life, and you can make your dream you a total reality, because you are the main character of your life, and you can make sure that happens with just a few steps and a few checklists. Thank you so much for being here, for cheering me on, and showing up for yourself. Let's make 2025 the best year yet.